Alright, thank you for tuning in with me tonight, or today, or whenever you may be watching this. This is Battlestations Pacific. This is a strategy naval conflict game that I used to play a lot as a teenager and when I was in high school, and still to this day. So I'm going to try and kind of walk you through some of the tactics that I use in this battle. This was a battle I fought last night slash this morning-ish. It was around maybe, I can't quite remember, probably around 4 in the morning. So basically what I do is I strategically close in on the enemy's headquarters. Now, we both have a headquarters base, and whoever can reach the other's headquarters first and dismantle it will win. Okay? So essentially what I did was I snuck up onto their base and took it out. Now I've got 2 flights of Hellcats I just launched off of my aircraft carriers, moving kind of toward the center of the map, which I'm going to try to establish as my airspace. And I'm going to have them there for 2 reasons. For one, I'm going to have them flying reconnaissance, and other than recon, they're going to be there just to encounter any enemy aircraft as well. So these aircraft carriers are extremely important. I'm going to have to protect them, and I'm also going to have to use them as my only means of projecting air power on this battle, because I have no airfield on my HQ. So these are extremely important that I keep them afloat. I mean, they're beautiful, especially this Lexington class. It's a beautiful aircraft carrier. It really is. All right, and these Cleveland class cruisers are going to be doing a lot of my work for me. They're really more of they're going to be what I use to actually dismantle and destroy the Japanese headquarters. So here I have my Wildcats moving around, nothing in sight yet. I have 2 flights of Wildcats. Each flight consists of 3 Wildcat fighters. So I have 6 planes in the sky. One more so northbound, and one more so kind of in the lower region of the map, kind of down there in the south. And any kind of airplane they try to use to cross over into my now established airspace will be shot down. Okay. Oh, and I also have some troop transports I'm going to use to land Marines on those 2 supply bases. You see the red lines, 2 red lines through the map connect to the supply bases there. That's just the trajectory of my troop transports. And I'm going to turn those into supply depots to solidify my control over the region on the left half of the map. So right now, not too much is going on. My planes are just kind of in recon mode. I send one flight of Wildcats a little bit more southbound to just make sure there's no kind of sneaky enemy movement down there, because there always could be, right? Okay. Just to make sure they're not trying to sneak anything past me, which they're obviously not, but it was worth finding out. So you can see those 2 squares in the dark on the right hand. One of them is just a supply depot. It's not important. The one on the far right, that's their headquarters. So these Cleveland classes right here are about to get in close to the enemy's territory, so to speak. The enemy controlled territory. And so yeah, I just split my Cleveland classes into two different forces. That would be a force that is on the offense. That would be that would comprise of 3 Cleveland classes on the offense. I have 2 Cleveland classes staying somewhat defensive of my carriers that are going to kind of be in the center of the map, kind of protecting my established controlled area, which is really the left all the way into the center of the map. Alright? So I have these 2 forces now. And these big guns on these Cleveland classes really what wins the day for me, okay? In this battle. And yeah, spoiler alert, this battle was nearly fought flawlessly. And when I say flawlessly, I just mean I was able to achieve the desired objective without taking any casualties. I did take a few, and the Japanese bled more. Okay, they took more, I would say, but I could have possibly fought this battle and won, maybe without taking any casualties. It's a very difficult thing. I've never done that. I've won countless battles, but not without losing. And it's okay. So now the reconnaissance operations is a success. I see where the enemy are. I see exactly what the enemy are bringing into the fight. So they have a cruiser down south moving toward my aircraft carriers, and they have like a fleet, a formation of troop carriers moving right for my cruisers. Now my cruisers, by the way, are going to make short work of that. It is the enemy cruiser that I'm worried about. So I have these 2 cruisers of my own moving to engage that. And my thoughts are 2 against 1. I should be okay. So I'm getting my airplane, my flight of airplanes out of there. They're just Wildcats. They're effective. They're very great at engaging other aircraft, not engaging ships. Right?
Enemy ship in visual, sir.
The anti-air guns are going to tear them up, and then the guns on my Wildcats can't really do much to a ship, to put it honestly. So I just get them out of there. They were just, they completed their mission of reconnaissance. And the enemy know I have aircraft carriers, they just don't know where they are. Yet. That's what they're actually doing, is truly hunting my carriers. So I know that guy's over there. I'm sending my Wildcat just to get a good idea, and I can see him again now. As of right now, that cruiser that they have over there, excuse me, is my biggest threat. I mean, it could, if it gets close enough to my aircraft carriers, it could sink them. So I don't want that. Alright, and now my cruisers, yeah, now they're in range, and they're taking out these troop transports. And I look over there, and you could see the troop transports just don't fare well to those big cruiser guns.
Taking out an enemy vessel.
Japanese Marines in the sea.
Enemy ship in visual, sir.
Yeah, they were trying to pretty much overwhelm me and take over. I had a bunch of Marines via troop transport onto my HQ. It didn't work. So we're about to, and I believe their cruisers, I think the cruiser that they're using down there is called a Mushabi? A Mushabi class, if I'm not mistaken.
Heading from the bottom, sir. Taking out an enemy vessel.
I mean, I should know. I've been in so many battle station specific battles.
He's sinking.
I'm shot this one. Oh my god, whatever. I just know. I know what it's capable of. And this is a problem. So now you can see they have another cruiser moving up from the south. Now they have two cruisers that I'm aware
Naval
of.
supply ready for use.
And it looks like that cruiser was pretty much on path to my HQ, because it's moving up north, pretty straightforward. Trying to cut through. So I'm like, okay, I need to do something about that. So one of my cruisers are going to go engage. Well, another one of my cruisers
Sir,
stay
we have
focused
sighted
on
an enemy vessel.
this Megami class right here. And this is really where they got me. Is where they had these two cruisers that kind of boxed me in, really, if you look at it. I'm now aware
We're
they
taking
have
fire.
more
Our
troop
magazine just
transports,
exploded.
which is whatever. I'm just still moving my cruisers toward their headquarters. So I had to commit both of my cruisers to that one enemy cruiser right there, because it's doing a lot of damage. So I have to get it out. We just have to deal with that.
Sir, fire has broken
I
out
can focus
on
on my
board.
other cruiser afterwards. You can see it pretty much destroyed that one of my Cleveland class cruisers there.
Pumps are overwhelmed, sir. We're
But
sinking.
now the problem is I have a good, healthy cruiser against that enemy cruiser that's only got a quarter of health. But as you can see, I'm getting hit. He's getting hit by both of their cruisers now, because my cruiser's in range of both of theirs guns, and so
Enemy
they kind
shipping
of
visual,
got
sir.
boxed in. So it's kind of tragic.
New naval supply available. We've captured a neutral supply base. Naval supply ready for use.
And look, that Megami is really close to sink. That's so close.
Engines out, sir. Damn it, the hell? Magazine's going up, sir.
I think at this point my guns are disabled, and my Cleveland class is like getting hammered by both
Taking out an enemy vessel.
Megamis.
She's going down.
Yeah.
We're sinking.
That's
All
true.
hands, abandon ship.
That one Megami, I'll admit, that cruiser
we
head
have
got right
sighted
there,
an enemy vessel.
that's the most heroic ship of the war, of this battle.
Enemy vessel is
He
heading
just
to
took
the
on
bottom,
two of my
sir.
cruisers, with assistance of his buddy over there, but still. It was a close call for him. And I mistakenly allowed my wildcats to get too close to that cruiser as well. He picks off some of them with his anti-air fire. That guy's taking out a lot of my guys.
No!
So I've got some torpedoes on the way. Torpedo bombers are flying. They're in the air.
fire!
Excuse me. So we're getting pretty close now to their headquarters. Alright. Some of the torpedoes missed,
Enemy
but
ship
the
in
ones
visual, sir.
that did hit do enough damage to
He's
sink.
gone! Enemy ship confirmed sunk! Enemy
So
air
we
forces
gained
are
control of the
inbound.
center of the...
Sir, we've
map.
lost contact with our squadron.
And my thoughts are, if I can go ahead and take out that one troop transport, because it does have some pretty effective weapons on it, though the troop transport itself is not very strong, it can't take much damage. If I can go ahead and take that out, there'll be no kind of extra guns to support that last cruiser, and I can just 1v1 that cruiser with my crew in a pretty fair engagement. And possibly, hopefully, support with torpedoes and bombs, air power as well. I need to get.
Taking out an enemy vessel.
Told my wildcats to get out of there. And they've got some bombers now flying toward it. I guess my aircraft carriers. Now they pretty much know where they are. Or at least they would have a good idea of where they are now. Yeah, I wasn't getting too much luck here with taking out their troop transport. I think it's because you've got the combined fire of the troop transport's anti-air.
Enemy vessel is heading for the bottom, sir.
Which has excellent anti-air capability. So we're getting close now.
We got him. Enemy squadron is down. Enemy fire is being directed at us.
Yeah, it's sad. My dive bombers pretty much weren't able to really do it.
We've lost one of our squadrons, sir.
Their
He's
troop
going
transport
down.
was on fire though. Maybe a single torpedo or a single bomb or something hit it. So I've got some flights of Wildcats moving toward the center now to go ahead and engage those bombers. They're flying over here. They'll be able to pick off those bombers easily.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
And we are
Got him without one.
their HQ. Though I did tell them to disable the shipyard first, because that way there's really nothing they could do but try and bomb us with planes, which I'm not too worried about because, like I said, cruisers have excellent anti-air. Yeah, so they're about to get their bombers shot down.
Mayday, mayday, we're going down.
Battles between the cruisers is now engaged.
Blown them out of the sky, sir.
It's underway.
They're attacking with everything they have.
And their cruisers getting broadsided up there too. So as you can see, yeah, their cruiser's on fire and ours is taking some damage, but I'm gonna come back over here
Enemy squadron destroyed,
to
sir.
see that they destroyed the
We've neutralized
headquarters.
an enemy headquarters.
And that's really
One of our
it.
ships
That's-
has captured
and
an enemy base. Allied
That's
forces
how quick
have
the
won
battle
the
was,
battle.
folks. I
We're
was
taking
able
damage,
to
sir.
save a lot of lives and fight it very efficiently, skillfully.